Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, InchSmarter. By the end of this video, you will know how to start an online business in 2021. One thing I'd like to ask, if you've gotten value out of this video or any of my videos on this channel, then please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and feel free to click on the like button. It helps me a lot and encourages me to bring forward more quality videos for you guys to enjoy. Now, let's start with today's video. So obviously, the first step in starting a business online is knowing what you want to sell. Whether if it's a product or some kind of service, there are some differences between selling a product versus selling a service. So let's go over some of them right now to hopefully get you to understand better what suits you best. You can sell social media management services to businesses. You could sell video editing. You could sell blogging for other websites. You could even sell online marketing. Or, if you're really good at drawing, you could sell that drawing. How about if you're really great at online multiplayer games like League of Legends or Fortnite? You could sell your skills in order to help people get what they need. And the list of examples just go on and on. Now, some key things that need to be said here is that if you're going to open an online business about anything, I would highly recommend that you do something that you're passionate about and believe in, even if that one thing you're most passionate about is money. And if you're thinking about an online business as a way to make a quick buck, while it's an awesome, great idea, I might encourage that you do something that you really like, or at least something that you have a lot of knowledge about, because an online business is something that takes a big chunk of time and energy, as long as you run it, at least at first. So you don't want to be losing all your motivation just because you started something that potentially could bring you a lot of money, but you don't know a lot about it, or worse, it doesn't even interest you. One of my favorite things about selling an online service is that you're going to keep almost all of the money that you get. And let me explain. Let's say that you sell your special media management services to a business, and let's say it's about $400 a month. Then you get to keep almost all of that profit for you. The only thing that you really don't get to keep is the time that you put to work on the project, or some tools that helps you run that business. Now, one of the biggest downsides to selling a service is basically the same exact reason. You only have so much time in a day, and you can only do so much in a day. And there will come a time where you will have more demand of your service and you can't really scale and grow bigger. The only way you can scale is to find some people to do the exact same service that you do and hire them. And then you will be in more of a management position. And the exact opposite goes for selling a product. When you're selling a product, you keep a lot less of the money than you get. There are so many things that go into it, like your cost of buying or creating the product, your cost to ship the product, and then you need to handle some items for returns and refunds. But the big benefit of selling a product is that it is very scalable. Once you've found what the products are working for you and have a good marketing strategy, you can essentially scale that strategy with very little time invest on your part, especially if you're dealing with fulfillment and shipping. Now let's go to step number 2. Step number 2 is to pick your niche and choose your audience. When you sell a product, it's very important to not think about yourself. This is where I see so many people doing something wrong, because they're selling their products, but they're only focusing on themselves instead of focusing on the buyer. Before you sell a product, you should choose a type of person that you want to sell the product to. You need to figure out which people will buy this product from you, and this is where you target your audience. Let's say you're selling a product that's mostly used by doctors. The most likely thing that's going to happen is that you sell a specific product that's only made for them. They are more likely to buy it from you, and it's because they're going to think in their head that your business knows what they are thinking, know what's going on in their mind, and that's going to probably serve you the best way possible. Alright, so now that you know what you're going to sell and who you're going to sell it to, it's time to move to step number 3, which is developing a marketing strategy. Now, what marketing basically means is finding people that are probably going to want to buy your product. One of the biggest mistakes that I see when people launch their businesses online is that they don't consider where their customers are. So you have to take this into account, because what you need in order to grow your business is to put your product in front of those people. So you have to start to think where you can find these people. For example, let's say you're selling a product to people who like dogs. So some Facebook groups are looking for the right hashtags on Instagram. And those kind of places could get your online business jump-started a lot quicker than you might think. Step number 4 is building your brand. So basically, this is a step when you're building your own website, online store, sales funnel, or whatever. Remember before when we talked about choosing a niche and choosing your audience, we also talked a little bit about what's going on in their heads. So, this is the step where it's very important for you to start thinking about what's going on inside their heads. You need to think of their biggest fears or their biggest disadvantages, and in your sales pitch or website, make it seem like you really know them and that your product or business is going to be the best for them. You can also start to think on how you want your logo to look and the overall look of your website. Also, I want to mention this because this is where many people just spend too much time, but please do not overthink this. It's true that people like websites that look good and have a very nice catchy logo, but what people care about the most is the product itself. So remember to put all your effort into the right things. Step number 5 is to build your online community. When most people think about online marketing, they think about buying ads from Google, Facebook, and YouTube. But it is so important to start building your own community, since that is the way that you get people to find your products and services without having to spend a lot of money on it, which is going to be a very crucial thing in scaling your business over time. You have to understand, the more value that you can give to your audience before they buy your product, the more highly they can justify the price, and this is where your own community is so important. Because through it, you can give a lot of value to people. You just need to choose what is the one thing that is right for you. For example, if you enjoy writing, you can start a blog about a product. If you like taking photos, you can start an Instagram page about your product where you can post more pictures of it and some new things that are going to be coming out soon. You can even post about some people that bought the product from you and took great photos with it. It's also a good thing to have social media proof. And if you enjoy filming, you can start your own YouTube channel, delivering value or important stuff about your product or service, which can actually help build trust and a relationship with your customers before you even talk to them. Step number 6 is to surround yourself with the right people. And I'm going to be honest, most of the people in your life are probably not going to be supportive of an online business. And it can be for several reasons. Number 1 is that they've tried it themselves and failed, so as your friend and someone you know, they're going to try to talk you out of it. Number 2, they simply don't believe in you. They don't think that you can pull off such a thing, and they may mock and laugh at you as well. Number 3 is because they're jealous of you, and they don't want you to succeed. And this list will go on, but whatever the case is for you, is that you should be trying to surround yourself with the right people. This is not going to be an easy, quick journey for you, and you may need to make sure that you always have at least someone to talk to about the times when you're feeling out of motivation, or if you just need help with something. The math is that 1 out of every 6 people try to start an online business at least once. So if I could give you a nice tip here, it's try to find people that are doing just the same stuff that you're trying to do, because those people are going to be the most supportive of you. In my close circle of friends, every one of them is thinking outside the box every single day. They all have big achievements and high standards, more than the average person does, and because of that, whenever I'm with them, I'm able to recharge myself and even get more excited about my project and life. And that's because we might all have different goals and go different ways, but our way of thinking is pretty much the same. Also, with my closest friends, I can actually ask them their opinion about something that they've done in online business and get a real answer. Because typically, when I ask anyone in my family, they're not all very positive about the whole thing, and it leads to the same certain type of answers every single time. But because my friends are supporting me, and they are pretty much going over the same process that I am, but in their own life, they know how important it is for me to hear a real, honest opinion about something that I ask for. Step number 7, and the last step, is just start. Now listen, there are so many things that you're going to get in your head when you're first thinking about starting an online business. You're going to think that you're not good enough, you're not experienced enough, or that you're not smart enough. But whatever it is, I'm here to tell you guys that that is simply not true. You are good enough. And trust me, the biggest thing to prove to yourself is just getting started. The truth is that this is where no one in the world is 100% ready for any big step in their life. But the key is, once you get there, and once you're out of your comfort zone, you can learn on the go. And that's actually what I did, and how I got to where I am today. With that being said, I can't wait to see your own online business. I believe in every single one of you, and I wish all of you an amazingly awesome day. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I hope that by now, you're at least smarter by an inch. I will see you on my next video. Until then, have a great day. Bye-bye.